Hi everyone, this is Forgiving My Sins. Um, Welcome to my first Meet the Mun video. Uh, so what I'm gonna do for you guys, I'm gonna go through all the questions I have first, and then move down and show you guys, well, let you guys know what I'm gonna be doing in the next couple of weeks. So, my first question, from Lost White Queen is, why did I pick Vincent? Um, why did I pick Vincent? Well, when I was first introduced to Final Fantasy Tumblr, I had a pretty difficult time picking which character I wanted to RP as because out of all the games that they have in Final Fantasy VII was the entire compilation was the only game that I was really familiar with. And out of all the characters in Final Fantasy VII, Vincent was the one I felt I understood the most. So I picked him, and little did I know that he is possibly one of the hardest characters to RP as. Um, let's see. Were there any other characters I would like to RP as or RP with? Um, well, it depends. Like Final Fantasy franchise wise, I would say maybe Cecil from Final Fantasy IV, possibly. If we're like Kingdom Hearts, possibly young Xehanort, possibly Terra. Not so possibly Terra. um, Possibly if we're Kingdom Hearts. Kingdom Hearts. Good question. For Kingdom Hearts, possibly Marluxia. Actually, I'd like to RP as him. Even better if I could RP as Isa. I would enjoy that a lot. Favorite colors and do they match my muses? Uh, my favorite colors are black. Um, this sounds kind of generic, doesn't it? Anyways, yeah, black, Mako, Mako, however you pronounce that, green, that shade of green. Um, and uh, some varied colors of red, like scarlet or blood red. And do they match Vincent's? I guess Vincent's favorite color would somewhere be somewhere between black, red, and gold. I mean, like it goes mostly with his outfit, so I assume that's his favorite color. Um, if I could have any animal for a pet, what animal would it be and why? See, I already fulfilled this one. I have wanted a dog ever since I was like 5. And last year I begged and pleaded with my parents to let me get a dog, and I finally have one. So I have a German Shepherd puppy who's officially a year old as of 2 months ago. And he is the most annoying little pest you could ever find, but he's my pest, so yeah. What would Vincent have as a pet, and why would I choose it for him? Um, what would Vincent have as a pet? Because he's not a dog person, so maybe a cat. Yeah, like 10 cats. um, a chocobo, a guard hound, maybe like Rufus. Yeah. Um, yeah, possibly a guard hound. I think that would be pretty cool for him. Uh, but yeah, probably if I really had to pick an actual animal, possibly a cat. And who is better dressed, me or Vincent, and why? Um, Vincent, hands down, is the one who dresses better than I do. I just grab whatever, fits comfortably. It's a pretty nice shirt, actually. But, Vincent's got his leather and his cape, cloak, whatever, and he just makes everything he wears look good. I just put on whatever. So moving on to next set of questions from Blue Eyed Death Dealer. If I could spend a day with my muse, what would I do and why? Um, Spend a day with Vincent. To make him comfortable, probably go to a shooting range. just because I feel like that would be his comfort zone where he won't have to do something completely out of character. But if I did make him go out of character, I would bring him to Six Flags and make him go on all the roller coasters. Um, if I had to choose one of Vincent's limit breaks as my favorite, which one would I choose? That one's a pretty difficult tie, like difficult three-way tie between Hellmasker, Galleon Beast, and Chaos. Um, Hellmasker because a while back I mind you, I'm not very familiar with all the limit breaks that Vincent has. I'm familiar with those three in particular, but not with Death Gigas. And when I first got onto Final Fantasy Tumblr as Vincent, I was surfing around looking for people to follow, and one of those people I found was an Ask Vel blog, and this Ask Vel blog wrote travels and stuff for depending on what kind of questions they got. And one of them was a travel about Vincent and Veld doing some kind of investigation, or they were hunting down someone, and Hellmaster came out halfway through and started taunting Veld. And I think it's that insane aspect of Hellmaster that really got my attention, so he's easily one of the top three. Galleon Beast because he's an overgrown puppy. He just wants to play with people and throw fireballs at them, and no one gives a crap. But yeah, I do enjoy Galleon Beast. He's again in my top three, and then of course there's Chaos because Chaos is, I don't want to say a sick sadistic bastard, but he's somewhere along those lines. He's completely badass. He's easily one of the most powerful limit breaks you could possibly have. Plus, being the squire of the guy who's going to end the world, I'm pretty sure that's one of the most awesome jobs you could possibly have. So yeah, it's a tie between Hellmaster, Galleon Beast, and Chaos. What is my favorite personal headcanon that I've made for Vincent, and where do I get the inspiration? There's another tie, but if I had to pick my favorite out of two of them that I like, it's one that I based off of a fan fiction I was reading called Tomorrow We Believe But Not Today. And in it, Hojo had while he was experimenting on Vincent, had taken pieces of materia. So he took pieces of like some materia for Galleon Beast and Hellmasker, and basically shattered them, and then put the pieces into Vincent's body. So basically, he had pieces of all kinds of materia put into his bones, and it basically melded together. So that's why he heals so fast, and that's why he's so in. That's why Hellmasker and Galleon Beast are his limit breaks. So I really like that headcanon. We have the next question from Persuaded by Boko. What's my favorite thing about being Vincent? My favorite thing is the challenge behind trying to write a character that doesn't say a lot and yet says a lot by not saying a lot. Like his entire character was designed that he doesn't speak very much, but when he does speak, it makes sense to people. Like he could say all of 5 words, and it's like this in someone else's mind. It's this speech that makes perfect sense to them. Or it's like really good advice that's only been given through a few words. Wings of Heartily asked me the most ridiculous questions, but I'm going to answer them anyways because today is her birthday. Why is the sky blue? Why is the grass green? I don't know on both accounts. Why do I like chicken so much? Because hello, I'm Sorry, not to be completely racist here, but I'm black. Chicken is kind of my thing here. Um, how I feel about Kentucky Fried Chocobos. Really? Um, this isn't actually a thing, so I guess I'm okay with this. What would a chocobo taste like to me? Like chicken, I guess, or like some weird combination between chicken and turkey. I don't know. Um, and look at my awesome drawing skills. Uh, that is a joke between us about we've been playing Okami for the past year or something, and we've been having trouble with it because one of my controllers is broken, and we've been ending up drawing all kinds of lines everywhere. So look at my awesome drawing skills became a inside joke. Um, moving on to questions is one. There's one more from Ways of Harley. What's Vincent's secret to maintaining his hair? It's always so nice and shiny. Um, you'd really have to ask him that. I don't have an answer for it. I would only say that he uses some of the best natural ingredients for his shampoo and conditioner. I had two questions from two different Anons. So the first one is, how hard do I spaz when I write smut or fluff? Um, it really depends on who I'm writing the smut slash fluff for. For example, if I were writing it for um, a Blackwing Sephiroth, I'd probably be killing over on the floor right now. Or if I were writing it for Blue-Eyed Decular Celine, I'd probably be cackling in a corner somewhere, thinking how cute it is. It really depends on who the character is and how much interaction Vincent's had with them. The other non-question was, what am I like in real life? Well, obviously I don't have white hair in real life. This is a wig. I'm a pretty laid-back person. I don't know. I don't want to say outgoing because I'm not really. I'm a bit of an introvert. Yeah. I like collecting things. Collecting things is fun. I'm a cosplayer by heart, so for example, the Love Machine mask up there that I've done for cosplay 2 years ago. I'm a reader, if you can see the bookshelf back there full of books. And basically, I could be one of the best people you meet or one of the worst people you meet, depending on my first impression of you. Yeah. Let's see. There was a bunch of questions from the Art of Rope Escape that she wanted to ask me as in like written form, but I decided to put them on the Meet the Mun video since it would be a lot easier and that way she can see it if she's still around. I'm not sure if she still has her account. What's my favorite food or cuisine? If I had to pick a favorite food, it would definitely be anything that's I don't want to say Asian oriented, but probably Asian oriented. Particularly Chinese food, like generic kind of stuff that you get from the mall. Unfortunately, it's all the stuff that I've been exposed to as far as Asian food. I'm not a big fan of like red bean paste and stuff. What's my favorite dessert? I'm not really sure on that one. I guess anything that involves chocolate or Oreos for that matter. What's the weirdest thing I've ever eaten? Those lollipops, like honey lollipops with bugs in them. That's possibly the weirdest thing I've ever eaten. I was like 5 at the time, but it was still a thing. My least favorite food or cuisine. Anything that has red bean paste or peanut butter. I'm not a fan of either of them. Describe my dream vacation. My dream vacation would be a trip to Japan where I would proceed to go to the Final Fantasy Museum and steal the life-size Sephiroth that they have out of the floor and fly him back with me to America. That would be my dream vacation right there. A pet peeve is the next question. What's my pet peeve? My pet peeve is has to do with cosplay. I hate people who say that you can't do a certain cosplay because you don't look like the character or you're not the right body type for it. First off, I have dark skin. I can't do a whole lot of cosplays because most of the characters that they have are either white or are very thin, and obviously I'm not very thin, then I don't have a very feminine face, so I can't do a whole lot of girl cosplays. I cosplay as men all the time. I have only done one girl cosplay, and it's only for a femme version of a character. So people who say that you can't do certain things because you don't have the right body type for it, or the wrong skin color, or whatever, that is bullshit. If you feel like you want to do that stuff, go for it. So what's the craziest thing I've ever done? I've been in several drag races for whatever reason, and I keep winning them, and I'm not sure why. If I could learn one random skill, what would I learn? A random skill? I would like to learn how to contact juggle, just because it seems like it would be a lot of fun after watching the the labyrinth? Yeah, the labyrinth, where David Bowie is doing all the contact juggling. I would love to learn how to do that. That'd be really cool. And how's my day been? Well, not bad for the most part. I went to class. I came home. I found out that my package that I was supposed to be getting has been opened by my parents. That's the last thing I needed. And it was also thrown outside. Not the best thing in the world, considering it's something that's not quite fragile, but something that's extremely important to me. And then last set of questions is from RP Sephiroth, and they asked me, talk about my favorite threads, and let's see, my favorite threads. Right now, I don't really have many because I somehow end up dropping them because I'm not on very often, or they get discontinued either because Tumblr user has either changed their URL or deleted their account, or I've somehow lost track of it. One in particular I'm doing right now is an AU thread with a Blackwing, and it's a coffee shop AU in which Sephiroth is a student at a university and Vincent is his professor. And I'm really excited about how this one's going to go about, and it's not often that I get to RP with the Blackwing, and when I do, it ends up being a really fun time. So I'm really excited to get more stuff done, and I swear to God, a Blackwing, I am working on it. I mean, I don't mean to take so long on these things, but between school and writer's block, it's really hard. Another favorite thread. This one is actually I want to say almost semi-finished or already completed thread with Blue-Eyed Death Dealer, called Ghosts of You, and it was started with a Magicanon for Celine, in which Celine sees the ghosts of her past, so her parents and the rest of her family members before she was turned into a vampire. And basically they show up in Celine's house and start talking to her, and she can't deal with that guilt, so she ends up running off, and Vincent goes off to find her. And I really like that one because for once Vincent's thrust into a situation where he has to treat Celine carefully because he doesn't want to treat her like he did with Lucrezia. And I think that it was new for me and him, so it was a bit of a challenge, but it ended up pulling off really well. And next question is, who are my Tumblr senpais if I have them? Anyone who can RP better than me is my Tumblr senpai, so all of you are my Tumblr senpai. If I had to choose people in particular, I would pick, since of Valentine is possibly the best Vincent I have followed, um, overall, as far as like overall Vincent. Of course, there's a Crimson Eye Turk, Crimson Chaos, and I'm so sorry if I can't remember your names. I'm literally pulling this off the top of my head right now. But those are some of the best Vincents ever, from Turk Vincent to post DOC Vincent. They're completely awesome, and I suggest that you follow them. Um, a Blackwing and RP Sephiroth are the only two Sephiroths I RP with, and holy crap, they are both fantastic. I haven't really RP'd as much with RP Sephiroth, but they are amazing, and I really love their writing, even though we've only had like two two Askbox messages passed back and forth between the two of us. Um, Blue Eyed Death Dealer is the guru of everything that is plot. She comes up with all the plots for between Vincent and Celine, and they are some of the most amazing, deep storylines ever. And if you haven't RP with her yet, I suggest that you find her and RP with her. Wings of Heartley slash Competitive Shark is one of my best friends in real life, and she is an amazing RPer as much as she says that she's not, and I would recommend her in a heartbeat. So moving on from that, which is the most intense thread I've had so far, and what was the story about? Considering I don't have many threads, the most intense one would be The Ghost of You. And like I said before, that's when Celine's family members slash parents slash siblings, cousins, I don't not cousins, nieces, are haunting her, and Vincent has to try to comfort her. Or even better, when Celine and Vincent first met, there's no title for it, but it started off in a couple of asks that were passed back and forth, and it was based off of MA a while ago, I think. Anyway, a meme, and that's how Blue Eyed Death Dealer and I first started interacting. Let's see, story behind that was Vincent somehow ended up in the Underworld universe and ran into Celine in the middle of the woods, and they ended up having things with each other to keep this completely PG-13. But yeah, one thing led to another, and now I guess they're living together, something like that. Um, let's see. Why I think Vincent is my muse? I already answered that one with as far as with Lost White Queen's question. Which other blogs have I had, or which other muse would I roleplay as? I've only had one other RP blog, and that was back when our Tumblr was a big thing. We had a big group back then, and I RP'd as Takuzu from the Akatsuki. Unfortunately, things didn't work out as far as that went, and I was only Takuzu for about a year or two before it disbanded. To tell you about my OTPs. Okay. My number one OTP for at least Final Fantasy, hands down, is Sephiroth and Vincent. I shamelessly ship them, and no one can tell me otherwise. Other ships, as far as Final Fantasy goes, particularly Final Fantasy VII, Cloud and Tifa, as much as that makes sense. Because of I think it's Final Heaven Lockhart And since Valentine, I now ship Tifa and Vincent together. Um, Sid and Shara. Is that her name? Shara? I think. I don't. Damn it. um, and if I want to pick an AU OTP, definitely Vincent and Celine. Because for whatever reason, they work out very well together to the point in which it's actually scary. Uh, what does the Mun do in their daily life? I am a student at a community college. I'm a cosplayer, as I said before. Um, I work part time, sorta, kinda, not exactly. I won't go too far into that, but and I guess you can say I'm an anime nerd per se. I grew up looking at all the books over there, and if I turn my laptop this way, excuse the mess, I got posters all over the wall, including Sephiroth that you can see over in the corner. Um, and last question was, what was the first kiss like for the Mun or the Muse? I know it's technically a tease question, but for me, I've never had my first kiss. I don't I technically don't believe him. I don't know. For Vincent, his first kiss is based off, for me, is based off of a Black Wings headcanon, in which what was it? When Sephiroth was younger, he explored the basement labs and he ended up finding Vincent in the coffin. So basically he had his first kiss then. As much as it makes it sound like a prude, but yeah, that was his first kiss at the time. So yeah, that's my Meet the Mun video as far as the questions go. So for the next couple of weeks, I'm gonna be on a little bit more often. Mind you, not as often because I still have exams going on and stuff. So after the next 2 weeks, I should be back on. And in fact, I want to show you guys something. So, I find them. I have materia. I just got these in today. So I have a green magic materia and a red sun materia. And the really cool thing about this is they're made out of resin and filled with iridescent paper. So it's pretty damn cool. In regular light, it's the red one. It's nice and shiny. And actually, the red one has a really cool deformity on it. If you can see that, it's a really cool little bump thing. It makes it look all gnarled and nasty, and it looks really cool. So the next part is even cooler because I'm going to turn off the lights real quick because, as you can see, they light up. So I'm going to turn off the lights real quick so you guys can see how well that looks. Give me 1 second. So here we are. And if I turn this knob at the bottom, they light up. It's a pretty awesome effect right there. I mean, it doesn't show as focus because this one is more opaque than the red. The red one here. So the red one looks a little more glowy, while this one looks a little more opaque, and they look freaking awesome, and I love them so much. I'm so happy I got these. If you guys want to buy something like this, the guy that I bought them from, he only has one green one, a couple of yellow ones, and I think an orange one left. I actually ended up buying the very last red one. And so if you guys want to do that, I will just drop me an ask and I'll send you guys the link for his page. Yeah, look at that. That's so pretty and cool. But I think with that, I shall end my video. And yeah, thanks for watching.